I was actually recently watching a video from a girl named Nicole Cooper who just really, really made me have one of those aha moments. Have you ever had one of those where it just seemed like something clicked together? Well, that's kind of what happened to me. So I did a training last night for my team, and I asked them, are you a tire kicker? And when I say tire kicker, I mean basically, are you one of those people that basically want people to do everything for you? You don't want to take the initiative to actually accomplish things yourself? Are you always attracting broke people? People that don't want to do anything to change their current situation? That's something to really ponder about, right? So the example that I used was, let's say you've been on Gilligan's Island, way out, isolated from everybody, and you want to get to the land of the free, which is America. So you build your boat, you do all the work, you take everything that you have to do, and you get it done because you're a go-getter. But then all the people that didn't do anything, they want to get in the boat and go with you. They want to go to the land of the free, which I refer to as, the land of financial security. Okay. So you're rowing along in the angry sea, you're paddling like crazy, but all the tire kickers, they're back there in the boat just kind of weighing it down, right? And they're holding on to the side of the boat, which what happens whenever they do that? It allows water to seep in. So you're slowly sinking, guys. You're sinking. So if you're not a tire kicker, then you got to figure out a few things in life to get you where you want to go. Okay. If you are a tire kicker, then you need to get on the boat and start paddling. Okay. You need to figure out how to do things for yourself. And let me explain. When I got started in this 2.5 years ago, my sponsor was nowhere to be found. She never helped. Okay. I remember sending emails, but I've got short, vague answers back. So, in other words, that told me, figure it out yourself, which was a good thing that she did that. Okay. Because guess what I did? I had two options, guys. I could either make a go of it and figure it out. I was desperate. I was backed in a corner and I had to come out fighting. Okay. Or I could have just said, you know what? I quit. I'm sure 2.5 years later today, you can see that I didn't quit. So I wasn't a tire kicker by all means. And sometimes people are just in the rut of being a tire kicker. Well, you know what? It's time to get out of that rut and you need to start paddling on the boat, 90 to nothing, doing whatever it takes to get to the land of the free. Because it's possible. Okay. I'm living proof. 2.5 years later. 2.5 years ago, I was feeding my kids ramen noodles because I didn't have any money. 2.5 years later, I don't have that problem. Now, how did I do that? I rowed the boat. I paddled. I paddled like a crazy mad woman. Okay? So if you aren't a tire kicker and you just have this mentality that you want to help people, it's okay to help people. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to tell them what's required to get on that boat. If they don't paddle themselves, then they don't go with you to the land of the free, right? So that's your lesson number one. Accept that people are going to fail. Some people just have that mentality. There's nothing you can do to change it. Until they get ready to change it, there's nothing you can do. You can't take everybody with you. Okay? Now, lesson number two, change your language. Instead of using free all the time, oh, you can get started for a little bit of nothing. Change that way around to where you can say, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to work hard, then we want you on our team. You know what I'm saying? So instead of wording it as, oh, it's just cheap, you're gonna get the tire kickers out of there automatically at first before you even have to spend any amount of time with them. Because if they're gonna if they see that it's work, they run. Okay? If you're not afraid of hard work, then by God, we want you on our team. And we're going to do what we can to help you. But you got to do what we say to do. You can't try to do things your way, guys. You just can't. Your way of thinking hadn't gotten you where you want to be. So if you want to get to where you want to be, which is financial security or the land of the free in America, okay, and I'm just using that as an example, then guess what? You got to change your way of thinking or you're not going to get there. You're just not. So, in other words, how do you change your language? Well, number one, you read. You read daily. You don't read your sappy romance novels. You read actually stuff that's going to help you change your way of thinking, help you from going from broke to rich. Okay? Tons of self development books out there. Another thing is you listen to audio. You listen to people that are making the amount of money you want to make a month. Super simple. How are you going to get inside their head and figure out how they think? Especially if you can't talk to them in person. Listening to their training, right? Super easy, super easy. So instead of promoting something free or cheap, promote something that requires work, okay? Because that's going to get the tire kickers out automatically. You might have less leads, guys, but you're going to be able to focus more of your time on people that are serious versus those that are tire kickers. Because all they're going to do is waste your time. They just are. They're going to help you sink, and you don't want to do that. So, step number 3, you're going to spend your first $1,000,000 buying your friends. You know, I talked about listening to audio, getting into people that are making good money's head. How do you do that? You buy it. Nothing in this life is free. If you think so, by all means, go on out and spend the money it takes to get a job, because you're going to spend gas money getting to and from each of these places to fill out an application. You're going to spend gas money going to and from work. Okay, you're going to be away from your family. If you have kids, you're going to pay for daycare. You're going to have to buy your lunch. There are tons of things. It's not free to get a job like you think. But okay, if that's the way you want to think, then go ahead and get off this video, and I just won't work with you. I mean, I'm just being simple and honest. So how do you buy your first $1,000,000? You invest in yourself. You invest in learning more and more and more, guys. If it's a $5,000 retreat to spend a week with a $1,000,000 earner, guess what? You can take that $5,000, stop being afraid to spend it because it's going to help you. Guess what? You could come back from there literally and make your first million. You never know. But you're not going to know if you don't take the chance. You're going to miss out on that chance. And I believe that everything in life happens for a reason. Okay? Things are put into your path for a reason. So think of it like a fork in the road. You can either go left or you can go right. That's where it comes to making decisions. And if you'll change your way of thinking, you'll be able to make smarter decisions, not necessarily harder decisions. Okay? So I challenge you today. Are you a tire kicker? Are you sitting around going to get your lights turned off? Are you sitting around griping because you're broke? Is that you? Well, let me just give you a little news flash. Nobody in this world can change that situation but you. Now, if you don't take action and start paddling the boat, then you're going to sink because you're a tire kicker, right? So, if you're watching this, you just want to click the link below the video and join our massive team and be willing to get in here and work hard, because we're going to help you.